Ollie, I know it didn't go to plan for you at Wolves last season, so what makes you confident you can go there this year and get a result?
Oh well, you always go into any game positive with the right intention, thinking you're going to win a game. Then, of course, last two visits there is almost like I feel like I'm going home again. Been there so often lately. They were tough games, and they are. Wolverhampton are a hard team to break down. They defend deep, don't give you a lot of spaces, and they can play, they can counter-attack. Set pieces are always dangerous. So we've been looking at the games we've had last season, see if there's any tweaks and different things we need to do this time. But coming back to your question, our form, our attitude, and yeah, that's the mood, of course, after a win is great from last season. So we go into the game confident.
How important has the week been on the grass, bearing in mind the hysteria around either kind of victories or defeats? You know, a 4-0 win sounds huge.
It's a big period still for us. It's still more or less pre-season, because we've got another couple of weeks after this that we could put loads of work on the training ground, and then after international break I think it's too busy with games to do some training. So we've had a great week training. The mood has been good, of course, and it's been competitive because there's some players there who weren't involved that they want to make sure that they prove a point to the coaches and myself that they should be involved next time.
We saw the work in pre-season, and clearly on Sunday the evidence with a more mobile, more agile team. Yeah. Are the figures sort of telling you that they are fitter? Because I know you wanted them to be more mobile. Yeah,
there's a big shift from the difference between the teams. Chelsea outrun us quite a lot in April, 3 games to go in the league. Now we've outrun them, so of course that's a good shift for us. But it's not just about that fitness, but fitness is important, and we had a young team, expected loads of energy in them anyway. So, but we also have quality.
You've got a big squad. I mean, you're looking to trim it with the European window, and also Alexis Sanchez. I mean, clearly a great player, not a player that we've seen play great for Manchester United consistently. Oh. Are you working towards him being in your squad this season, or are you expecting him to leave before sort of September?
Alexis is such a professional, and he comes in working every single day really hard, and he wants to be part of this. And of course there's these stories again that he's been put in the reserves and all this. Of course he hasn't. He's part of our squad, and he's a very, very good player. He's just had a couple of weeks, or 3 weeks now, so he's a few weeks behind the rest, but he's very close to being part of it. Yeah.
It sounds like you're planning for him to be maybe even the 4th striker if it comes good. You're not planning on seeing him somewhere else.
Well, Alexis. We don't have a biggest forward line in numbers, so Alexis might end up playing a lot more games than you expect, and maybe because we expect him to come good at this club. He's quality.
How do you get him up to speed? Obviously, you've got training, but do you play him in the reserves?
We've had the behind closed doors game, and he's training. He's doing a little bit of extras, and it'll be. Gradually integrate him into more and more playing time, but we'll have more behind closed doors games, because with 1 game a week now it's hard to keep everyone ticking, so we're arranging a few of them.
I guess the same goes for Fred as well. Obviously he had a disrupted pre-season. Your predecessor said that United would see the best of him when there's a solid defence. Is that something that you believe that the best will come from him now that there's a more settled?
Well, your team will always play better if it's settled and if you have a good foundation and not conceding goals. And I think the good teams I've played in, we always had a strong base with a keeper, a settled back line, and we hope to provide that for our attackers and midfielders. And Fred, of course, we believe that he's going to have a big season as well.
Ollie, is that the area that is still maybe the puzzle, the midfield area, in terms of how it is all going to go forward? I think obviously with Maguire coming into the back 4 and Rashford and Martial scoring goals, is that the puzzle?
Well, every game's a puzzle because you've got good players everywhere you want to play. And last time we couldn't even fit Rojo, Smalling, Jones, Dalot, Fred, Alexis into the squad of 18. So it is a puzzle all over the pitch, to be fair. But it's a nice puzzle to have because it's about picking between good players and who's in form and who's not.
And a lot has been said about Maguire because obviously he came in and he did extremely well against Chelsea. He just seems to be a little bit of a missing link at the back. What's he like around the place? He seems to have settled in very quickly.
He's very level-headed. He's just as composed off the pitch as he is on the pitch. He's experienced. He's a big presence around the place. He's smiling, and he's a personality that you like to have around. And to have a cool head at the back is important. The defenders that are level-headed and not too emotionally affected is great to have for a manager and a team. And for me, he's only been here for a little bit more than a week, and he's been very good to have around.
Ole, you spoke about fitness, but what can you say about your team's mentality, mindset, and energy, maybe now compared to the way you guys were by the end of last season?
Well, I think we've had a good pre-season, so fitness is better. We've got a young team, which, of course, then will give us that energy. And then mentality, as you say. Towards the end of last season, we were mentally tired as well. Now we're all mentally fresh. So I'm looking forward to the, first hurdle, because you want to see the resilience, the robustness that we can bounce back as a team when the going gets tough, and I'm sure it will be on Monday, because Wolverhampton will give us a very, very hard challenge. We have to break them down. We have to stop them counter-attacking. We can't give them too many set pieces. So it's just as much a mental test. And no, we're in a good place at the moment. So. But when you hit the first hurdle and obstacle, that's when we want to see the leaders stepping forward. Anyone can play well towards the end of a game when you're winning 3 or 4-0.